What did I just witness? What did I just witness? This can't be real. What just happened? Bro, this game was insanity. First of all, congratulations to the LA Clippers for making it to your first ever Western Conference Finals. The way you guys played tonight showed a lot of heart, showed a lot of care. For you guys to lose Kawhi Leonard and find a way to win the next 2 games against the number 1 seeded Jazz team, for you guys to pull it off, unbelievable. And what's even better is you pulled it off while coming back down 25 in this game. Wow. I gotta say this right now. There will be no more. If there was any that was happening previously, we're done with that. There will be no more Tyronn Lue slander moving forward. This guy's one hell of a coach. For his team to lose their best player and find a way to win their next 2 games and take this team to the conference finals, for them to pull it off, that's great coaching on him. Like they said, coming out of halftime, they never panicked. They were down 25. They were calm. They never panicked. They never wavered. They had all the belief and confidence that they can come back down from this lead. First round, they're down 0-2 in the series. They find a way to win in 7. This round, they're down 0-2 in the series again. They find a way to win in 6 games. They lose Kawhi Leonard, and they find a way to win their next 2 games. There will be no more disrespect to Tyronn Lue. This man did what no other Clippers coach could pull off. He got them to the Western Conference Finals. Doc Rivers couldn't get this team to the conference finals with this talent. But Tyronn Lue did. There will be no more disrespect. He's one hell of a coach. Because the adjustments he's made throughout this postseason, they've paid off. They've paid off. And his teams have been very calm and patient. They have not cracked under the pressure at all. Even during the most worst and hostile situations, they did not crack. They did not waver. And they found a way to win. Shout out to Tyronn Lue. Now let's get to the players. Terrence Mann tonight scored 39 points. That's probably the best game he's ever played in his NBA career. The man was out there just hitting everything. He couldn't be stopped. He was looking like Kawhi out there. He was hitting everything. He couldn't be stopped. 39 points on efficient shooting. I think he was like 12 or 15. This man could not be stopped. He was hitting 3 after 3 after 3 after 3. Insanity. Shout out to that man. Because again, Terrence Mann has been coming up in a lot of key situations. Coming up clutch in a lot of key situations throughout this entire postseason. And again, Tyronn Lue choosing to put him in during that Maverick series was a huge difference maker. And Tyronn Lue choosing to start this man with Kawhi Leonard gone was another difference maker. So that's, again, credit to Tyronn Lue and credit to this young guy for being able to play the way he played tonight. That's one of the greatest postseason performances we've seen. And he's a young player. For him to do that, well done. Reggie Jackson, you did your thing. You continue to impress this postseason. You continue to come up clutch. You continue to make plays. I'm proud of you, man. I'm very proud of you. Keep doing what you're doing. Because what you did tonight was flawless. Beautiful. Paul George. Fantastic. Fantastic. Because they were putting the pressure on you. And you didn't start chucking up shots or trying to force the ball or do anything dumb to turn the ball over. You continued to play your game. You continued to move a ball around. Especially in that second half. 28 points from you. Well done. Fantastic. I have nothing bad to say for any of the Clippers players. They did what they needed to do. Congratulations. I'm glad you made the Western Conference Finals. And again, we still continue to await news regarding Kawhi Leonard. If he can return, if it's not a season-ending injury and it's possible for him to return, maybe we may see him in the conference finals. Who knows? If he's out for the rest of the postseason, let's see how far these guys can actually go because they have a chance to make it to the finals. We'll see what happens in the Western Conference Finals. Congratulations to you guys. Switching on over to the Utah Jazz. That was painful to watch. That was very, very painful to watch. Donovan Mitchell put up 39 points today. He was visibly injured. He was visibly hurt. Several times he's fallen on the floor. He's just withering in pain. He gave it everything he had. He competes. That's why he's my favorite young player to watch in the game right now. He goes out there and does everything he can and gives everything he had. O'Neal, you helped out and you did your thing. Good for you. Clarkson, you really showed up in that first half. Second half, not so much, but you did your thing. Bogdanovich, you showed up and did some things. But Rudy Gobert, you might be the most overrated player in the league, especially when it comes to defense. This is a 3-time Defensive Player of the Year, and he scares absolutely nobody. The Clippers took turns. They took turns exposing this man. They attacked him. They do not fear Rudy Gobert. Time and time again, they went at this dude. They were just scoring basket after basket, bucket after bucket, shot after shot. They took turns. They took turns going at this dude because they don't fear him. They don't fear him. The most overrated player in the league. 3-time Defensive Player of the Year, and he's getting exposed by everybody on the court. He doesn't do anything. Donovan Mitchell is giving everything he has. And I'm watching Rudy Gobert get exposed. It's one thing when he's not playing well offensively. It is what it is. But when you're getting embarrassed defensively, when you're a 3-time Defensive Player of the Year, that speaks volumes, man. That speaks volumes. Donovan Mitchell deserves better. Donovan Mitchell deserves better. He didn't deserve to go out like this, man. He did not. My favorite young player to watch who gave everything he had in this game. He did not deserve to go out like this, man. Rudy Gobert, I am so disappointed in you. But what's worse is I'm disappointed in this team as a whole. You had a 25-point lead in a win-or-go-home situation. This is an elimination game. You start the first half, you're hitting your threes. You're doing everything you're supposed to do, like you were doing in Game 5. And in the second half, you went cold. You went completely cold. At least with Game 5, the game was close. This game, you had a 25-point lead. And in that third quarter, you proceeded to blow it. But what was pissing me off was the shots missing. Hey, you chucked up all those threes. You continue to miss shots. It is what it is. You went ice cold. It happens. Move the ball around. Try to drive to the basket. Get contact. Go to the free throw line. Do anything else besides chucking threes. You can make that, okay? It's possible to go cold. Obviously, we know. You're always going to go cold. You can't be on fire from 3 every single quarter. It's not going to happen. There'll be times where you're on fire first half, second half you're not on fire. That's happened to you guys in Game 5. It happened again tonight. So it's possible to go cold. But it's not possible to go cold on defense because defense is effort. Where was the effort? Where was the effort? Where was the effort? You're blowing this 25-point lead, and I'm watching you guys defensively leave Terrence Mann wide open in the same damn corner over and over and over and over again. He's left open in the same corner. And not only is he shooting a wide open 3, he has plenty of time. They're leaving him open. Nobody's hustling to go try and contest it. The man gets time to set his feet, shoot the ball, swish. Where's the defense? Where? I understand you guys were trying to contest these guys, trying to get the ball to Paul George's hands and contest them because they were trying to drive to the basket time and time again, which is what they continue to do. So obviously, when you're focused on trying to stop them from driving to the basket, that's going to leave somebody open. I get it. And that's what the Clippers chose to do in the second half. And clearly it was effective because it worked. And Terrence Mann had plenty of open threes that he continued to hit. Same for Batum. In some cases, same for Same for Patrick Beverley. So I understand that. Somebody's going to be open. If you're focused on trying to stop these guys from driving, they're going to drive. It's going to collapse the defense. Somebody's going to be open at the perimeter. Obviously, they're going to get the pass to him. I understand that. So I'm not mad at him being open. I'm mad that he's open and nobody's rushing to go contest the three. So he has time to set his feet and pull up. And he did it time and time and time and time in this game. Where was the defense when you needed it? While you were collapsing, you kept giving open threes and letting these guys get time to prepare to shoot. What are you doing? What are you doing, Utah? I cannot believe I watched this happen. Donovan Mitchell didn't deserve to go out like this. Donovan Mitchell did not deserve to go out like this, man. I can't believe it. This was the team I picked to get to the Western Conference Finals because I thought they wouldn't pull crap like this. I've clarified several times over that talent-wise, the Clippers were better. Matter of fact, I've already said several times, the Clippers are the most talented team left in the Western Conference. If they play up to their potential, they will be in the NBA Finals. And so far, they've played up to their potential, which is why they're in the Western Conference Finals. We'll get to that matchup between them and the Suns, depending on how the situation is for Chris Paul as well as Kawhi Leonard. If Kawhi Leonard's not coming back, and Chris Paul, we know Chris Paul's going to have a chance to come back, but we don't know when. So if Kawhi Leonard's gone for the rest of the postseason, it's going to make that Western Conference Finals matchup very interesting. We don't know when Chris Paul's going to come back, so we'll deal with that. So, I don't know. Talent-wise, I've already spoken on how the Clippers are the best or the most talented team left in the Western Conference. So as long as they live up to that potential, they were going to be fine. But at the end of the day, still, I'm not going to say I trusted. I picked this Jazz team because, one, they were the number one three-point making team because they made the most amount of threes in the season. So I picked them for, one, being able to do that. But, two, they were top 3 in defense. So when you have a 25-point lead, you would think, even if they're going cold, their defense should be able to stop them. They pulled the exact same crap the Sixers pulled when the Sixers blew a 26-point lead. Are you kidding me? Top 3 defensive team, you're blowing a lead in an elimination game and you can't make stops? You're giving up wide open threes? Are you serious? Can't believe it. Can't believe it. The time defense needed to show up for this team, they didn't. They failed me. I didn't have Utah going to the finals. I still had Phoenix going to the finals. So I was not going to sit here and pretend like this was my team to go to the finals and win the championship. Nah, I like the Phoenix Suns to get to the finals. I still think if the Nets somehow survive and win Game 7 and get to the Eastern Conference Finals and Kyrie's healthy enough, they should win the conference finals. They'll get to the finals. And if everybody's healthy, they're winning the championship. But they'll have to survive tomorrow in that crucial Game 7. We'll see what happens there. But in revolving the Western Conference, I looked at the Suns and I said, this was the team with Chris Paul. If they continue to play like this is the team I want to see get to the NBA Finals. And I believe they had a strong chance, and that's why they're in the Western Conference Finals. Matter of fact, if you look at it, the Suns have been the most consistent team so far. I mean, they just played well. They've played well. When CP3 was hurt, it was tough, but they still found a way to manage. And now that he's gotten back together, second round, they swept. They've been looking like the most consistent team out of everybody in the postseason. So I still trust in them to make the NBA Finals, despite who was going to make it. I didn't pick Utah and I didn't pick LA. I said whoever wins this matchup there, I don't see them beating the Suns. I still have the Suns going to the finals. But I still had Utah there because I trusted in their defense. If their 3-point shots were going cold, I still trusted in their defense. And they failed me. But it is what it is. I wanted this so bad for Donovan Mitchell. I did, because he wanted it so bad. And to see him go out like this, it's tough. It's tough. He deserves better. He really deserves better. I really wish Donovan Mitchell could go to another team. I don't want to see him on Utah anymore, because Rudy Gobert is the most overrated player in the league, especially on defense. But once again, congratulations to the Clippers making your first ever Western Conference Finals appearance. We'll see what you do against the Suns. It should be an interesting matchup. Can't wait to see how that goes. But with that being said, that's all I got, man. And very disappointed in Utah. That collapse was disgusting. I'm out of here, man. Peace.